munitions at Israel because they're going to try and screw over Israel if they're getting screwed over in turn. So with that, I hope that does address that well. And before we move on to the next one, big thanks to you once again for the support and helping the channel to keep it rolling. Someone said about the loose lips mantra and all that stuff, and they know what they're doing. Well, that would seem like that would make sense, but it doesn't make sense. Because if that was the case, then everyone in history would have done that already over the past 30 years. And that was never the case. There was a humongous talk about the U.S. is going to have to go into Iraq and destroy the weapons of mass destruction under the Bush administration. And that was publicly said that we were going to be going to war with them. That wasn't a secret. That was well known in the public. It was well known in the public when the U.S. was going to invade Afghanistan because they had been building up the rhetoric for a couple of months after September 11th, saying Osama bin Laden's hiding out in Afghanistan. We've got to go get him because the Taliban's harboring him, and they're not willing to kick him out of the country and extradite him here, so we're going to have to go to Afghanistan. There was no loose lips there, and there was no loose lips by Daddy Bush in 1991 when he said the Iraqis have illegally annexed Kuwait, which is violation of international law. We are going to go to war with them to go and liberate Kuwait from the Iraqi occupation, and so on and so forth. There's whenever there is a clear sign that a war is coming, which we're seeing right now, there's no hiding that. Like the Iranians aren't sitting there and going, there's hundreds of planes here, like a quarter of the Air Force is here, a third of the Navy's here. It looks like the U.S. is about Obama's, but they didn't say that they're going to war with us, so we have no clue. Like, they're not that oblivious. I mean, literally anybody can tell you right now that we're about to go to war with them. So you're really not loose-lipping anything by saying, if the Iranians don't stop their nuclear program, we're bombing them. And if you said at this point, they haven't shown us the signs that they're willing enough to do that, we're going to have to bomb them now. It's not like they're going to be able to do anything different. I mean, they're literally watching the same force deployments now that they would if you were making those statements. Loose lips pertains to these F-22s are going to take off at this time on this day and go bomb this target inside of Iran. That's where loose lips gets people killed. But saying something like we're going to have to go to war with them and we are going to war with them, that's not loose lips. That's just foreign policy and how it works. But anyways, with that, we are on to the next one.
And our next one goes to Winston Smith, who puts this up. And thank you, Winston, as well. He said, perfect Ramstein pronunciation. And free Iranians from the regime in this weekend, I hope.
And thank you so much for the support. And is it Rammstein or Rammstein?
It's Ramstein, I believe.
I think it is Rammstein. And I think you have to do the Steen thing. Man, did you see that clip I sent you on Instagram last night of that kid? He's like, "I'll kiss you for bouncing," man. I was like, damn. I was like, that's crazy.
What's wrong with that kid?
Man, I don't know, but that kid went like 1940s mode on the spot once his mother started lecturing. I was like, what the hell? Like, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's this German meme, and it's this kid from a documentary. It's a big meme in Germany, and this kid got pushed off of a ledge by his younger brother, and it was just like this family drama thing. So his mom came up to him and was like, "You can't sit there and make fun of him having a toothache. You made him cry." And then the kid, literally sounding like 1930s like mustache man, he's like, "What do you mean?" He was like going on to his mom. It was the funniest thing ever.
Jeez.
I mean, you saw.
That sounds like it.
I mean, you saw the meme. I mean, didn't you? I mean, I sent it to you.
No, I didn't see the meme. I didn't see it.
Bro, you just parted it. You didn't even look at it. Like, bro, like what the hell? Man, it was a funny.
I mean, sometimes I just can't do it. That's a lot. It's a flood me with his memes.
Bro, I sent you like 2
2
memes a
ago.
day.
That's a lot of memes for me. I'll tell you what, I'm one of these people, I feel like I'm like about 50 when I see a meme. I look at a meme and I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, trying to figure them out.
Man, that's so sad, man. I look at all your memes, man. You don't even look at mine. That's sad, that's sad. But anyways, with that, we are on to the next one.
And this one goes to Jamali Hamilton, who put in a 5. He said, hello, enforcers. I just heard the news that Ukraine conducted the maiden flight of its new FP-7 ballistic missile, and what kind of force multiplier would this be?
This is definitely going to be a force multiplier for attacks 150 miles into Russia, which means that the attacks at farthest would be at Voronezh and closer to Ukraine than that. So it will definitely be a force multiplier on strategic attacks on cities like Bryansk, Kursk, Belgorod, Voronezh, Rostov-on-Don, and Krasnodar, as well as Sevastopol.